Mohan was a quiet man who worked as a bus driver in a small town. Every morning before the sun rose, he got dressed, packed his lunch, and left home. He drove children to school, workers to offices, and elderly people to the market. He never complained, never asked for more. Mohan lived in a small house with his wife Meena and their two children, Arav and little Ria. His life was simple, but his heart was full. Every evening, no matter how tired he was, he would come home with a smile. He would lift Ria into his arms, ask Arav about school, and help Meena with dinner. At dinner, they had a rule. Everyone had to sit at the table together. Even when the power went out or the day had been hard, they never missed it. Meena would light a candle, and they would laugh and talk. Mohan's chair was always at the head of the table. He didn't say much, but his presence made everyone feel safe. One rainy evening, as Mohan drove his last shift, his bus was hit by a speeding truck. The doctors did all they could, but he passed away that night. The news broke Meena's heart. Arav didn't speak for days, and Ria, too young to understand, kept asking, innocently, "When will Papa come back?" The house grew quiet. The laughter at the dinner table disappeared. Mohan's chair stayed empty, untouched. A month passed. Bills came. The house needed repairs. Meena started working at a nearby tailor shop. She walked the children to school before work and returned late, tired but determined. One evening, after a long day, Meena came home and found Arav sitting at the table, staring at the empty chair. Sadly, "I miss him, Ma," he said. She sat beside him, holding his hand, whispering, "I do too," she whispered. After that, Meena made a decision. No matter how hard life became, they would sit together for dinner. Mohan would want that. That night, she cooked simple dal and rice. She called the children to the table. Ria climbed into her chair and looked at Mohan's empty seat. Softly, "Papa's chair," she said softly, comforting. "Yes," Meena said, placing a small candle on the table. "He's still with us, in our hearts." They ate in silence, but something had changed. The table felt warmer. As days went by, they talked more during meals. Arav shared school stories. Ria drew pictures and said they were for Papa. Meena worked hard, but always returned home in time for dinner. One evening, Arav came home with a school project, a model of their house. He had placed 4 tiny chairs around a table. Curious. "Why 4 chairs?" Meena asked gently, thoughtfully. "Because he's still part of our family," Arav said. "He may not be here, but he's in everything we do." Tears welled up in Meena's eyes, but she smiled. She realized something that day. Family isn't just about who's sitting with you. It's about love that stays, even when someone is gone. Years passed. The children grew. Arav became an engineer, and Ria studied to be a teacher. They never forgot the man who drove buses and dreams. They never filled that chair, but they made sure it was always clean, always there. And every night, when they sat for dinner, whether near or far, they remembered the man who taught them that showing up, loving quietly, and keeping your family close was the greatest success of all. Moral of the story: a family is built not by grand words, but by simple, loving acts. Even when someone is gone, their love lives on through the habits, memories, and warmth they leave behind.